I'm excited to do this 80s makeup look on you. Yeah. Well, as you can see, this is the colour that I used to love wearing in the 80s myself. I was for the decade of the 80s, I was between the ages of 15 to 25. So I absolutely loved the 80s, everything about it. Maybe not everything, but anyway. Do you know what the in look was for the 80s? Yeah, lots of bright colours. So what colour were you thinking of for today? Maybe that's not so bright enough. I'll show you some palettes that would have been in the 80s. Especially if you're going out for the evening. Discoing, nightclubbing. Discoing was the 70s, wasn't it? So this is a Chi palette, and it has lots of bright colours, and neons were actually quite in, especially with the punk rockers of the 80s. But all the glam mags had the models wearing, and all the hair magazines, they had the models wearing all these bright colours. We loved colours in the 80s. This is another palette that would have been great in the 80s. Lots of shimmer, and again, colour. And I have this palette here. And do you know what? That's probably why I still love a lot of colour. Look at that. You can't say that's not colourful. So, I have blues. Think of Agnetha from ABBA or Farrah Fawcett, especially with the hair. That was my look. Lots of blues and pinks. So I was a bit more subtle myself. I didn't have the bright neons or anything like that. But I absolutely, for years, I just wore blue and pink lipstick, pink blush. So, are there any colours here that you would like to pop on? Blues, but just a little bit darker than mine. That's cool. Okay, I can do that, definitely. So I'll just pop the palettes here, and I'm going to open all of them because I might use a bit from each. You never know. Right, I'll pop this one over here. I don't want it falling. So let's just pop your hair back, clip it. Okay, and we'll start with foundation. Funnily enough, when I was younger, I never used foundation. I tried and I did such a bad job at matching, and I had very red skin. I would blush very easily, so it was very difficult, and still is to this day, for me to match foundation. But the people that did wear foundation caked it on absolutely, and they went very well at matching the foundation. I can't talk tonight, honestly. I must be tired. Okay, so I've got this foundation, and I think that'll suit you just right. And let's pop on some on this little sponge. And the few times I did wear foundation, I just applied it with my hands, not anything like this. I don't think there was even these things around then. I think it was sea sponges and things like that. So let's just dabbing it. I don't want to really pull the skin. Everything was big, bright and loud. All the hair was buffy and high. And if it wasn't that, it was shaggy and curly, like the messy look. The perms were in. Mohawks were in. And the mullet. The mullet was very popular. That's where it's short on the sides and long at the back. Yeah. So just pop some on your forehead. Just get some more on here. Oops. Just around your temples. And if you lift your chin up, and I'll just bring that down under your chin and the front of the neck just a little bit. So yeah, I loved blues, and I could not find my blue mascara this evening, but I used to wear a lot of blue mascara and a lot of eyeliner. And even when I wasn't wearing eyeshadow, I would put lots and lots of mascara on. I still do, actually. That's one thing I like to wear is mascara, a bit of mascara. Okay. So that'll do for the base. I've got some pictures of me in the 80s to show you as well in a little while. But you can't laugh. Okay, let's just set that with a little bit of pressed powder. I need to get a new brush. Just lift up. Just bring that down again under your chin. Put on your nose. There we go. So now as far as eyebrows go, El Natural was the best. Bushy, thick, just leaving it, if anything, just a little bit of gel. So I'm just going to brush your eyebrows because they are lovely and dark. Okay. Just sort of put them back into place. Not that they were out of place too much, but just making them neater and more groomed. Okay. So, what should we start with? I think we'll start with the eyes and work down, hey? Okay, so that's the fun bit anyway. So, just going to, did I bring my primer? Don't think I did, but, oh yes I did. Let's pop a little bit of eye primer on your eyelids just to make that colour even more vibrant. So, just spread that out with my finger and just bring it up slightly. There we go. Let's wipe that off. Just get I have too many to pick from. And I'll just get one. I think that'll be enough for now. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lightest blue and spread that all over the lid and all the way up to almost under the brow. And just right over here as well. Bring that up to, this is very sparkly, this palette, and I think I'll go over to this one, and I'm going to use this blue here. It's very bright. I'm going to put that in the outer corners. Look at that. Can you see the colour? Put that in the corner and the crease line. Funnily enough, for me anyway, I never used to, especially with blues and colour, it was different with browns and bronzes and golds, which were in towards the end of the 80s, but with just blues and purples and greens, I never used to use the darker shades. I just have one colour and bring it over. I don't know about everyone else. But again, think of Agnetha from ABBA in the, she used to wear a lot of blue eyeshadow. That's what I used to wear a lot. Okay. So that's that one. I think that's all we'll use from that palette, and on this palette, I think sort of looks green, but it's actually a nice in between. Just going to put that in the middle of the eyelid, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of more oomph. I think that'll do. And let's finish it off with some more of this palette. I'm going to put on some of this blue this time, just next to that last colour that I put on. And now I'm going to blend that all together. Wonderful. Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm going to use some of the colour to line the bottom lash. Just to give it a bit of a smoky effect. Okay. More so from the middle to the outer corner, because we'll also put some liner on. The 80's was big for eyeliner. Okay. That's better. I think that'll do for the eyeshadow. Just brush these off. Right. So let's get some eyeliner. And I think I have blue here, but I think we're going to put black on your eyes. I have blue just underneath, and I'm going to really define the waterline, the lower lash and the upper lash. Okay, we love doing that in the 80's. So eyeliner was very prominent. Start with the upper lash and wing it as well. Let's do the other side before I get to the bottom. Wing it. Okay, so if you can look up a little bit, and I'll just do underneath, and then we'll do the waterline. Yep. On the side. I'm going to join the bottom to the top and wing that out. Okay, now look up again, and I'm just going to push the bottom lash down slightly and just do a little bit of the waterline. Bring that right to the corners. And if you look up, I'll do the top waterline as well. And that's going to give it such a great dramatic look. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my eyes always water if someone else does that. I'm all up on my own, but I have very sensitive eyes. Okay, so let's just curl those lashes. So just open up, just hold that there for a few seconds. I've got to curl those lashes up a little bit. Okay, the other eye. I'll close. Not much longer. There we go. And let's pop on some mascara. No blue, I couldn't find it, so just a black. Just getting the excess off. There we go. Okay, so blink, 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 blink. Oh, they're looking lovely now. Blink. And do the other side. Blink, 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 blink. And just put on a coat on the bottom lashes. Now we'll see how that goes. We might want to go back and we'll put another coat on maybe. We'll see. And I'm just going to use a eyelash comb and just slightly part those lashes where it's clumped together. And the other eye. There we go, I think that's it. I'll leave that out in case I do another coat. Okay, so that's the eyes done and they look very nice. So let's do the cheeks. 80's cheeks were very over blushed. Everything was bright. Lots and lots of pink. So this is the perfect pink, which I've got on now, and in fact I probably could put on a little bit more. Looking back at photos, I was so over blushed, but that was in at the time. So I think I need to put more on. And in magazines they tended to have a drastic line too. It wasn't all sort of what I did at the time. I just spread it around. This was very, I'm trying to think of the word, drastic, or not harsh, but yeah, just very well defined. That's it, defined. Okay, so this is Physicians Formula and I love this. So I'll sort of do it in between for you. I won't spread it out too much, but I won't give it such a defined look. But I'll put plenty on. That'll go right up to the temple and over the hairline. Under the cheeks, just quickly, just to give them more definition. Okay. So that's the cheeks. Next is the lips. Now I have the pink on. And what I did for mine was I popped this light pink on first, and then I put this darker, sort of in between a pink and coral actually. It's more on the pink side still. But you know what, I forgot to put some lip gloss on, so I just happened to have some. Because lip gloss was big in the 80s too. This one sort of comes out quite clear and colourless really. It's just got a hint of colour in it, so you put it on top of lipstick. This one's from Essence. It's very nice. Okie dokie. I think for you, I'm going to go for something brighter. So let's go for this pink. What do you think of that? It's pretty bright. And then we'll finish that off with some lip gloss. Okay, start at the top and the middle and work out the other side. Okay, go to the bottom. Just get the corners. Don't want to leave anything out. Just go over the top again. Just like that. Okay. And this beautiful pink lip gloss. Again. Nice and bright. It's a good match for the lipstick. Okay. The bottom. Wow. And I think that is it. Although I think I will give your lashes a second coat, seeing as they're so long, unlike mine. Just a light second coat. And a bit on the bottom. That's better. Wow, clip off. And yeah, and back comb the fringe because we liked everything very, very puffy. I'll just let that sit for a moment and I'll finish that off in a minute because I almost forgot to show you pictures of me in the 80s. So this was Christmas Day 1981 and I was 16 years old. And if you can see the poster behind, it says, "Homework rots my brains." That's probably why I'm not a scientist or something, because I didn't like school. And have a look at the hair. Sort of a short version of the Farrah Fawcett almost, without the flicking so much though. I sort of was a grumpy 16-year-old. I never smiled, although I do have a resting bitch face, so. Okay, now this was 1986. This is hubby and myself when I got engaged, or we got engaged. Look at the faux fur I was wearing. That was very 80s too. Wearing faux fur coats and things. And we celebrated by going out to dinner with friends. And look at the hair. And the rosy cheeks. I don't think I'm wearing blue in that picture. I think that's when towards the end of the 80s, the bronze and golds came in. They were very popular. And this was 1987. With our first son. He was just a couple of days old. And look at the hair. And I actually did have on blue eyeshadow there. I don't know if you can see it. And also thick padding on the shoulders was very in, so that's why my shoulders look so big, because I was actually quite small back in those years. Very petite. I wish I was now. And this was, I don't know exactly the year, so that one was 87. This one was probably right towards the end of the 80s. And I think I was at a friend's wedding there. But look how puffy the fringe is. I had my hair back there. And that red dress was my favourite dress for years. So, I hope you enjoyed me making your face up in the 80s look. It was my pleasure.